Hey everyone, this is Shelby Larson, and I wanted to give you a super fast history lesson about algorithm changes over the last few years because it'll give you a foundational understanding to be able to really get the next video, which is all about Hummingbird and then the following demonstration. Okay, so first of all, an algorithm change is simply, in the most simplified way of defining it, is the way that Google filters through billions of web pages to determine the best answer to the question that the searcher is asking. I just want to invite you to think about Google as a giant membership site, and anyone that's a searcher are his members that he makes money off of. And so if everything that they do from an algorithm standpoint is to provide what their searchers are looking for so they keep them happy and keep that revenue stream going, right? No different than how we would behave if we had subscribers to a membership site. We have a duty to provide high value for what they're paying us, right? Google thinks of it in the same way. And algorithm changes are one of those things, if you're a vendor or a marketer, you hate them, and if you're a searcher, you love them, right? I love the analogy. It's kind of like patience is something you appreciate in the car behind you, but not in the car in front of you. So kind of the same idea. So let's just take literally 2 minutes and just speed through this. I'm going to give you oversimplified explanations. You can dig online and find lots more. All right, so first came Panda. Only it doesn't want to move. Oh, there it is. Panda. There he is. Kung Fu Panda. Panda was really, in the most simplified version, just all about policing what you're putting on your website. So you can think of Panda as Google's way of getting rid of spammy keyword stuff, over-optimized, websites that have very little value and were just fluffed up in order to get rankings so they could make money off of their AdSense or whatever else they had going on, right? So think of Panda as this is the way of Google policing the content that's on the site. And then by contrast, a simplified way to think about Penguin is for what you can do with that site, how you can promote it. So Penguin was all about your backlink profile. Are you over optimizing your marketing? Are you keyword stuffing are your links natural? Is the trust flow there? Consequently, something that came at the same time and along with Penguin was the best practices for how you handle anchor text overnight became toxic. So that was probably the hardest thing that I experienced. Pretty much none of these algorithm changes affected any of my clients negatively except for the anchor text. But I think it's very uncommon for an algorithm to just overnight turn best practices into toxic. But another notable thing that came with Penguin was before the worst thing you could do is waste your money and waste your time. Now you actually could harm your site, harm your client site, get them de-indexed, etc. So the stakes were much, much higher. So then came Pigeon. Nobody was really screaming about Pigeon. Honestly, Pigeon was just really about creating better alignment between what was popping up in the map box for local search with what was popping up in the natural search listings and kind of aligning them. So I never saw big pitchforks coming after Google with Pigeon. It was one of the more mild ones. And then now we're sort of in the midst of MobileGeddon. They went ahead and deviated away from their black and white animal naming, I suppose, which is interesting. I love this picture. This is my favorite picture I found online. The MobileGeddon, I haven't really studied a lot about it yet. Like I said, we're in the middle of it now. This isn't even its official name. It will get one eventually. But basically, this is just all about when you build a website, make sure it's mobile optimized, make sure it's dynamic, etc. It's kind of where that's going. But again, I haven't studied a lot about it, but you can find a lot more online. And then I love to joke at this point and say, then there's Skynet, because honestly, when you watch my next video about Hummingbird, it's going to make you feel a little bit like this. So I'll go ahead and close this one out and you can move on to the next one, which is all about Hummingbird, which is the one that's going to rock your marketing world.